What's up YouTube? My name is John Jags, and today we are talking about whether you should be posting in 4K for your videos on the internet. So roll that intro and we'll get right into this discussion, I guess. Yeah, this is more of a talk, but I think you'll learn something. Alright, so the question is whether you should be posting your videos in 4K. And the reason why a lot of people suggest posting in 4K are two reasons rather. One, the algorithm tends to prefer it. A better looking video might retain viewers' attention more. If they're watching the video more, you can post more ads to them, make more money. That makes sense. Second reason to post in 4K is that the compression does not like HD videos. So because it doesn't like HD videos, it's gonna make all your videos in HD look like butt compared to something that is in 4K. So I ran a little experiment that wanted to see how the compression across the three platforms that we probably use most, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, tend to do things to video. So you can find the links to those videos in the description down below. And I'm gonna overlay some of those clips or that timeline into this video. So here's what I found when it came to these three platforms. I think the 4K footage looks better. I think the colors look better. I feel like the 4K footage just generally looks sharper, even across the HD scale down, or the 4K, I just think the 4K looks better. And the HD footage, either the slow motion footage or if your camera only supports HD, doesn't look all that much different. So, what is the takeaway here then? How should we shoot if we're shooting in 4K or HD? Well, obviously this video is shot in 4K and posted in 4K, so we can't really go back and look. So I'm gonna overlay some clips of my beautiful face in HD and 4K and kind of make a point as to what is the key difference between shooting in 4K and shooting in HD for slower motion shots. So here's my face in 4K. So the key with this shot here is that we are shooting at a shutter speed of 50, an aperture of f2.8, and an ISO of 200. All right, so that was my face in 4K. And here's my face in HD 120 frames. I'm gonna keep it at 120 frames first and then slow it down. So, and here is the footage shot in 120 frames. Right now I'm leaving it in 120 frames so we have audio, but now let's go to some slow motion. All right, so that was my face in HD in 120 frames. Now, there are some pretty key differences there. Why? The key difference there is your shutter speed and light, basically the exposure of the shot. When you're shooting in 60p or 120p, you have to change your shutter speed respectfully to the footage to be double your frame rate. So, because my frame rate, or shutter speed rather, was 250, 1/250 in my 120 frame shot, I ended up having to increase my ISO and change the intensity of my light. What did that do to the footage? It added some grain because of the ISO, it made the light a little bit harsher, and now it just comes back down to, should we be posting in 4K? And I think it really comes down to what is gonna give you the best looking image on your video. Ultimately, the best looking image is not gonna be the one that's shot in 4K or the one that's shot in HD. The best looking image is going to be the one that is properly exposed and properly lit so that you can get the most detail, have the lowest ISO ideally, and ultimately lighting is what it comes down to. So I think posting in 4K is probably the way to go. And what you should do now is, rather than emphasizing shoot in 120 all the time and keeping your footage in HD just because 120 always looks good, worry about lighting your shots better. Sometimes shooting in 60p or even 24p or 30p is going to look better than shooting in 120p in a really low light situation where you have to crank up the ISO and it's just gonna look black. So, moral of the story here is I think posting in 4K is the way to go. And properly lighting your shots and making calculated decisions when it comes to your frame rate based on the lighting in the situation will give you a better looking video overall. So, post in 4K, make sure you're accounting for the lighting in the room. Don't just focus on getting slow motion footage because sometimes it won't look good if your ISO is like 12,000. So, that's it. I hope this was insightful and useful to some degree, and if it was, let me know in the comments down below. Before I let you guys go, I'm gonna try this little thing. I'm gonna thank all the new subscribers who just came to the channel. Youssef Veliaglu, I apologize if I butcher your names. Muhammad Ahmed, Pig Cinema, and Falco9270. Thank you guys very much for subscribing, and that will conclude today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, what did you have for lunch? Because I think I asked for what did you have for breakfast yesterday. So yeah, let me know, and I will see you guys in that next video. Bye, lens cap. Ooh. Put the place up. Put my face up.